Hello again, everybody. Mark Dixon here, Allstate Insurance, out here in sunny and beautiful Eva Beach. Gorgeous winter day out here. Wanted to talk to you today a little bit about homeowners insurance. So for those of us in Hawaii who are lucky enough to own a home, if you have a mortgage, your mortgage company is going to make you get a couple of different types of policies. Definitely a homeowners policy, most times with a hurricane endorsement or a separate hurricane policy. I'll definitely talk about hurricane insurance later. But today I want to talk about homeowners insurance. So homeowners insurance sounds pretty self-explanatory, right? It's going to insure your home. But there's more to it than just insuring your home. So if you look at your homeowners insurance policy, there are several different coverages on there, and I want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what those coverages mean. So the first thing you're going to see is your dwelling coverage. Now your dwelling is what you would think about as your home. So that's going to be basically your house, where your kitchen is, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, but also everything attached to it. So if your garage is attached to your home, that's actually considered part of your dwelling. Now, if you have other structures that are attached to your home, that's going to be considered part of your dwelling as well. Also, if you install solar, so whether it's solar water or photovoltaic, once you attach something to your home, it becomes part of the dwelling. So it is covered as part of your dwelling coverage. So make sure if you do additions or if you add on PV, that you do call your insurance representative and have them update your dwelling coverage on your homeowner's policy. Now, your dwelling coverage usually dictates the amount of coverage you have on some other coverages, other parts of your homeowner's policy. The first thing is what's called other structures protection. And other structures protection is essentially going to cover any other structure that you own on your property that's not physically connected to the house. So again, other structures would be a separate structure. Out here in Eva Beach, we've got a couple different communities that have detached garages. So that's where you're going to find your coverage for your detached garage. But you might have a separate gazebo, or you might have a hobby shed or something, a she shed, as one of my competitors calls it. That's separate from the house. So your coverage for those separate structures is going to come out of your other structures protection. Usually defaults to 10% of your dwelling protection. But again, if you need more because you've got a separate giant guest house, you can increase those coverages. Another coverage on your policy that is going to be determined by your dwelling protection limits is your personal property. So that's basically your stuff. If you were talking about a primary residence, this is your clothes, your shoes, your furniture, your electronics. Appliances that are not built into the house itself are going to be covered as personal property. Lots to discuss on personal property, and I'll probably talk about that in a separate segment. But your personal property usually defaults to a coverage amount of between 50% and 75% of your dwelling protection. So you automatically have coverage for the things you move into your house if you buy a new house. Again, I like to call it your stuff. All right? So your personal property coverage is included on your homeowner's policy. So right now we got the dwelling, we got your other structures, we got your personal property. There's some other coverages built in, something called additional living expense or loss of use. Essentially, that will house you somewhere else in case a covered loss, like a fire, makes your house uninhabitable. So look for that in your policy. Talk to your insurance representative about that. It could be a duration limit, or it could be a dollar amount. But basically, they don't want you to have to live in unsafe conditions or have to deal with construction noise and dust, or maybe if it's a water loss, you might have mold, and they spray that antifungal solution. So they'll put you somewhere else safe and comfortable until your house is repaired. So that's your loss of use or additional living expense. One more coverage that's common is what's called your liability protection. Again, this is probably going to be a second segment, but this is going to help you out as the homeowner if you are sued. So if you do something to somebody that either damages their property or causes bodily injury, you've got to be negligent and liable, and then your homeowner's policy could help protect you. All right, so look for that coverage there. Again, those are coverage limits that can be increased if need be. This also kind of ties in with what's called a personal liability umbrella policy. But again, I'll talk about that more later. So again, check out your homeowner's policy. It does more than just cover the walls and the roof on your house, right? It provides protection for any other structures, provides protection for your stuff, provides protection for you and your family if you can't stay there safely, and then also could provide protection if you are sued by another individual because you were negligent and liable for damages or injuries. As always, any questions, give me a call, 808-689-9770. I am all over social media, or you can email me at mdixon, MDIXON, @allstate.com. All right, thanks for your time. Have a great Thursday. Christmas is coming up. Get to those malls this weekend or jump online and finish up your shopping. See you later, everybody.